had an interest in cooking from an early age and a real inquisitive nature for produce, as my dad worked in a wholesale fruit and vegetable market. So time in my early career was spent working with Jean-Christophe Novelli, Marco Pierre White, John Burton Race, and time spent in Paris with Alain Sonderon. They've been a huge inspiration to me, but I always knew that I wanted my own restaurant. My viewpoint on gastronomy always connects back to nature. I mean, that never changes. You know, it begins with the inspiration I take from the landscapes around me, or from the soil, or what is possible depending on the seasons. You know, I can credit the Lake District as the greatest original inspirer of my work and culinary philosophy, but over time we've learned how to adapt to new surroundings, new culture and terrains. Now, gastronomy must pay respect to and mirror the natural world and celebrate the produce on our doorstep. Why Malta? Well, look at it. It's so beautiful, and for me it's all about, you know, the history, the architecture, the people. And look at this. This has got to be one of the best views in the world. We came to Malta originally to take part in a four-hands collaboration, and we had such a great experience. We fell in love with the island, and we were lucky enough to be offered the opportunity to take over Iron Harbour the following year. Valletta is a very special place. You know, it's very civilised, but at the same time, you know, there's such a buzz about it. It's got real vibrancy, and there's so many things to do, and such a small area as well. So you've got great coffee, great pizza, great Italian, and great Michelin star restaurants. So for me, it's got everything. Malta has a unique culinary identity rooted in various cultures of the Mediterranean, but leans towards Italian and Sicilian cuisine with obviously a seafood focus. You know, there are elements of North Africa and Spain which come through in the food also. And the food is typically rustic. We spent considerable time identifying the best suppliers on the island. A lot of this was done with the help of local Maltese forager and food scientist Keith Abella, who introduced us to so many wonderful people across the island. So Keith is an encyclopedia of information. There isn't anything he doesn't know about farming, producers, legislation, and foraging on Malta. You know, the knowledge he's fed us would have taken us years to compile. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I know, I can't fathom seeing this out in the wild. I've seen many pictures of it. Right, the wild quince.
Yeah, one of the very few trees left.
Something very magical about seeing quince out in the wild. Our cuisine at Iron Harbour is rooted in our culinary style and ethos, you know, that we serve across the world. But we adapt our dishes according to the best ingredients available in Malta. But there are a handful of dishes served on our Malta menu that some may recognise from our other restaurants around the world, but we are adapting them to local ingredients. The location of Iron Harbour is within one of Malta's best hotels, Iniala Harbour House Hotel, which has incredible views overlooking Valletta Harbour. The team mostly worked at Iron Harbour before we arrived. You know, incredible front of house professionals and chefs. And what makes the team stand out is their passion and their knowledge, especially for those who are from Malta itself. You know, their passion and understanding for the island, the terrain, the produce is what makes it so special. So we're at Red Earth Farm in Nishar. They're at the beginning of their journey, so we're here to have a look at how they're progressing, see what they can do for us, see what they can grow for us, because that's what it's all about. You know, it's having a network of passionate artisan growers. The timescales really freak with my head because, you know, I'm used to certain seasons in the UK, and this is what you grow when. But things seem to just grow all over the place because it never really gets that cold here.
Yeah. So all these plants here are grown indoors. We grow about 80 varieties of these. We grow them either as a microgreen or microherb, or else we grow them a little bit bigger, like a petit leaf.
Through our dishes, we really hope that our guests feel in some way connected to the island, you know, and the wonderful produce that is available here, and the producers who make it happen too. So this dish is one of our signatures. So it's the grilled salad. So it originated in the Lake District, but we've adapted it here to use ingredients just from Malta. So it's basically a grilled salad of brassicas, my favourite vegetable. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, it all sort of goes in there. All different types of texture, all different layers of texture. So some are crispy, some are soft, some are raw, some are not. So, you know, it's a really interesting dish. And then you've got that lovely, luxurious pine mushroom custard. Gives it a lovely mouthfeel, a lovely texture at the bottom. And I'm so proud of what we've achieved here so far at Ion. You know, knowing that we were the first ever 2 Michelin star restaurant in Malta makes this all the more special. I am Simon Rogan. Welcome to Ion Restaurant, Valletta on the beautiful island of Malta.